Live from the Wintrust Studios.
WKSC-FM Chicago.
103.5 KISS FM.
An iHeartRadio station. Here's Fred and Angie.
Hey everyone, 809 Fred and Angie are here. $1,000 paying some bills. Just a couple of minutes away. The entertainment report after that. What do you have, Ange?
Beyonce dropped a big old surprise on everybody overnight last night. Bayhive going crazy now. I'll tell you what it is.
My surrogate mom is here. You're all looking around. It's Stacy. Why are y'all looking around?
Wait a minute.
Why are y'all looking around? I got a surrogate mom in Chicago. You're not quite old enough for it, but it's Stacy.
You're calling her
good
mom?
save.
Whatever. No one's saying you're old.
Oh, well, then what are you saying?
You have a lot of opinions about my life. You're trying to find me a wife. Every time I see you, got some life direction to offer me.
That would be surrogate sister.
Well,
thank you, Angie.
Just more motherly. And it was a compliment, darn it. Don't spin it. Stacy Sutter from Cal's Angels is here. We'll clap for you. I'll be the only one clapping. Even your own people aren't clapping for you.
They're clapping. They're dancing.
That you brought with you. Stacy, I met you several years ago. I met one of your Wish kids and your Wish family, and then I met you, and I became totally hooked on your mission, which I'll let you explain to everybody what you're doing at Cal's Angels, in case they don't already know, because I've only been talking about it for like 3 years, almost nonstop.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Fred and Angie, for having us on today. I really appreciate it. And Cal's Angels was founded 12 years ago after my stepson, Cal Sutter, passed away from acute myelogenous leukemia at the age of 13. His father, Tom, and I decided we wanted to do something to give back. And to fast forward to today, we are not only a wish granter, we raise awareness, and we fund research. So we are in every Chicagoland hospital. If you know of anybody, a child that has pediatric cancer, if they've been diagnosed in the last year, we would love to be able to grant them a wish. Aww. And yeah, so we're in every single hospital now, which is really, really, really exciting. The growth has been phenomenal, and it's because of people like you, Fred, that continue to share our mission and allows us to grow and be able to help each and every child.
Well, you guys are doing the hard work. I just talk about it. I just evangelize. But WAR is your thing. It's wishes, awareness, and research. So it's the wishes, and that's the part that people maybe hear about or that they compare to other organizations. But then the awareness piece and then the research piece is sort of like the new thing that you guys have really built on, right?
That is correct. And I like to clarify the research that we participate in is strictly clinical trials. And if you're not familiar with the difference, research dollars, a lot of times there's no accountability. And for us, that didn't sit well with using, donors' money. Mm-hmm. So we only donate to clinical trials, which hold a lot of accountability. They have to give us reports before I give them more money, and
where it all goes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we can dictate, the speed of the trial and how's it going, and put a little pressure on them if need be, and know exactly what's going on, which is super exciting to be able then to turn around and share with all of our donors.
Yeah. And so the latest piece of this is the War on Wheels, which we talked about a couple of days ago. I posted some pictures too on my Instagram, Fred on Air, with Brad, who's part of this War on Wheels team, and we were all together at Lurie Children's last week, and he took one of the actual wheels and tires that he's going to ride on for 2,500 miles from Santa Monica to St. Charles, and he had patients in the hospital signing the tires so that they were sort of going to be with him sort of in spirit on this ride, which I thought was such a great idea. But how did this come about, and what's the deal, and how can people help?
Well, it started actually just about 11 months ago. One of our key supporters reached out to me that he actually is a cyclist. He enjoys doing that with his wife and some friends. And he really wanted to give back in a different way than, showing up at events. His name is Glenn Galloway, and his beautiful wife, Deborah, came up with this idea of getting together with their friends who also cycle and making a bigger difference. And they decided they are going to ride from Santa Monica Pier. They leave next Saturday, April 27th, the week from this Saturday, is the kickoff. And they are riding, it's actually a little bit more now because there's some detours, but it's a 2,499-mile ride.
Wow.
There's a core of 12 riders. It will be over 36 days, and it's all to raise funds and awareness for pediatric cancer. So this is all something new. You see people it's a Route 66. Mm-hmm. You see people do it. They've done it in the past. But what's different about this is middle-aged folks trying to seriously make a difference. And I don't know that anybody's ever done it for pediatric cancer. So they'll go from Santa Monica to St. Charles, Illinois. They'll ride in. They'll ride in on June 2nd.
Wow.
And Fred will be there with us at the The huge celebration is going to be at St. Mary's Park. We would love to have everybody there. It will start at noon, and there's more information on that on our website, so we're not going to get into that today. But, it's going to be epic. It's something so incredibly different. Like I said, it's middle-aged folks just wanting to do so much more than just writing a check. So the biggest way that people can support us is not only talking about it, but if they, can open up their wallets. And there's different ways to do that. You can join in the ride. There's different locations throughout the U.S. Again, you can find that on our website. And then also, which is really kind of cool, the last day is going to be the Cal Sutter ride on June 2nd, and it's leaving from Joliet, and it's actually 46 miles. 46, the number 46 in pediatric cancer world is a big number. It's the number of children that are diagnosed each and every day.
Wow.
So just to give you an idea, think about 46 times, 36 days. How many children are going to be diagnosed each and every day that they're on that ride? And they're going to be talking to a lot of our families every single day. We have different children lined up to call. Some are going to call from their classroom and get all, their fellow students.
To motivate the riders each day?
Yeah.
Some from their hospital beds.
That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct. Because... this is a different battle, nothing like the pediatric cancer world. But this is going to be very, very difficult. And
grueling,
Well, not just the physical level, the mental level.
Yes.
They're leaving their spouses, they're leaving their own children, all to try.
For over a month, yeah.
Yes, it's 36 days. So we're so excited. And the website is not only calsangels.org, or you can go to waronwheels.us. You can donate by going to texting GIVE and then the number 2 CALS to 20222. You can do a straight $10 donation. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, which is War on Wheels, and then the number 1. Again, that's a lot of information. So if you just go to our website.
It's also on ours too, fredangie.com. $2.5 million is the goal. Stacy from Cal's Angels is here. Last point, and you make this a lot, and it's something I did not know until I got involved with you guys, but the importance of the research piece of what you're doing at Cal's Angels, it comes from the fact that there is so much less of pharmaceutical investment being made for children, for pediatric cancer, than there is for adults. I know that's a big sort of reason behind your fight.
Well, yes, and we could talk all morning about this, Fred. But there's less than 20 drugs available for our children, and the number 1 leukemia drug is 55 years old, older than your surrogate mother.
You're my surrogate mother, and that was a compliment. And I don't want to. Let's move on, okay? Let's move on, because that didn't land the way I intended it to. So, which is pretty much a daily occurrence. But there are so many more drugs for adults than there are for children, and I don't know that I understand why.
Well, anytime you slap pediatric or children on anything, it requires much more time and resources. And unfortunately, the powers that be don't want to invest in that. And it comes down to us. And all of us sitting here and everybody who's listening to be that voice for our children. They can't speak loud enough. We can. And we all need to. And it's something that needs to be discussed. And I think the one thing people really need to think about is our children are not dying from cancer. Our children are dying because we don't have the resources to treat them for their cancer. That's why they're dying.
That's a startling revelation that a lot of people probably don't know about.
I didn't know that either.
That's why it's so important. That's
Thank
why
you for advocating for them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
$2.5 million is the goal. We want to help you get there, so we're going to be talking about this all throughout the way ad nauseum. So people, you're going to get play-by-play on where these guys are riding and where they are along the 36 days, that's quite an undertaking. So it's War on Wheels. It's calsangels.org. It's on our website too, fredangie.com. Stacy Sutter is a force of nature. You're an amazing human being. Your team, awesome people too, and I love the work that you guys do. And that's it. You have to go now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fred and Angie.
Now you're getting the boot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we're kicking you out. Now you have to go.
Don't talk to your mother that way.
See, now you're embracing the role. I love this. This is good. $1,000 paying some bills. After Panic, it's yours on Kiss.